Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a tutorial where I show you how to create a video website. So this is the template we're going to be creating in here for the video tutorial that we're going to be doing. So we have several parts of the website here on one page, which we're going to create shortly. So this is just a video website to show you how to upload videos to a website, have them play in form of a playlist, because as you can see here on the video play page, there's this video player, but then there's a playlist here where there'll be a playlist title and several videos in the same playlist down here, title and description. Then we have the section for uploading a video with a progress bar, so we're going to use Ajax because video uploading takes a while. And finally, profile settings here. And we will also have an admin section for this part so that you can see what users are there, what playlists and videos are on your website. This video is going to be a 3-part series, and in here we're going to use the MVC framework that we created in another video. So it's going to be object oriented, and you can view the last video in the series to see what we're going to ultimately create in case you have you are viewing this in the future. Now you can check links in the description to the software that I'll be using to create the UI. You can also check for the framework where we created another video where we created the framework. The link is in the description. Don't forget to watch the update to that framework video as well. But in this video, we're going to just create the interface, the UI of the website itself. In the second video, we'll begin our PHP coding, and we're going to finish that in the third video. All right, so what we need in this particular case, if you're following along, click the link in the description to open this software. It's completely free, so you can use it to design. And of course, the resulting HTML template that we're going to create from here will be available for download as well. All right, so here we're going to need a menu with at least these items in the list. We're going to need a home page, of course, a login and sign up page, a video view page where somebody can click a video card and view the actual video. And then we're going to need an admin page so you can admin and add these videos in the backend. And then profile settings, of course, so you can edit your password and email and so on, your login details. And then we have a video upload page, so you can actually upload a video. And also we have a playlist page where you add a playlist. So I probably didn't mention that these videos will be in playlist mode so that you can view the videos in order if you need that, so that you can upload maybe something like courses if you want to do something like that. All right, so this is an attempt to give you an idea of how to use that MVC framework to create any kind of website. So we're going to create a couple of websites with that framework, and this is one of them. All right, so let's begin by creating our template. Let's start with the home page, then we can move down the line like this. So here I want us to create first the menu. So what I'll do is click on add element, and I'll go to grids here. I'll select grid type 1. This is just 2 divs within a div that have a display of flex. Now I want this one, I want to change the properties of this because I want this to have the to have the logo. So I'm gonna select it and change its width and height. So there's a minimum height here. I'll remove that, go to the width here, and I'm gonna put a limit minimum. In fact, I could put the max width instead. So let me remove that and put max width for this one to, let's say, maybe 50 pixels. Maybe that's a little too little. Let's put 100 pixels like that. And let's go down to the height. So there is no height. Let's select this one. This has a minimum height of 200. So if I remove that, it goes down like so. which is not good. Let's put 100 minimum height, but let's put it on the logo itself, min height 100 as well. Okay, so that's good for both of these. So now we have this that can have a logo and this that can have some buttons for a menu. So in this one, but let's add an image here first. So I'm going to say add element and go to components, and I'm going to add an image in there like so. And let me change some params for the image, like the height. Let's put that at 100 so it fits very well. Let's go to the width and let's put that at 100 as well. So 100 by 100, that's all right. Then we can change the image to reflect an actual logo. Let's go to logos here. And now at this point, you can put any logo that you feel. These are just placeholders in here. Then you can change them later, of course. So I'm just trying to find a logo that may make sense. Let's try this one, right? So on this one, I want to put two divs inside here. So I will add a div. Let's go to empty div like that. Let me remove this thing is roughly 100 pixels. So if I do height here, I can put height 100, which is already there. I can put it to 50 actually, so it's half. Then the width, I can just remove that so it goes all the way to the end. Then let me duplicate this one. So I'm going to do duplicate, and I will change the background color of the first one. Actually, I could just remove the background color entirely, or I could add some other color that is more suitable, maybe something like that. The text color should be black, like so. Okay. Now in here, I want to add two divs, one on this side to house the title of the website and maybe some icons. So it's entirely up to you how you want to design that, but maybe let's do that. Let me add another div within this div. So I'm going to say add empty div. So there is that div, but in this parent div, I want to remove all padding. And then this div, I just want to give it a different color so I can see it properly. And I want to give it a height. Let's go to height and remove that height requirement. And what can I do here? Maybe I can say 100 and put % instead, like so. That's better. And then the width, let's remove that. Let's make it 100. Let's just remove the width so it goes all the way. Okay. Now, while that's selected, I'll say select parent. So I select the parent of it and then go to the display and tell it to display flex. Okay. So now it's over here. I want it to have a flex value of 1. So let's click here where there's flex. There's already a 1 here. Let's just edit it and say 1 so that it goes all the way. And then what I'll do now, while it's still selected, I'll say edit and then duplicate. So duplicate so that there are two of them sharing the space. And I can easily change the background color of this one so we can see there's a div here, another div here, and then some other div here. So in this one, I will change the background color, obviously remove it. But for now, I want text align to the right. And then I want to add, let me actually just remove the background color for now. I want to add icons, right? So I'm going to add an icon in there. The color of this is not showing very well, so let's add quite a blue there. Close that. Let me remove all the padding in here, but I can do padding left 10 pixels and padding right 10 pixels, so the icons are not right at the end. So select that icon as well. Let's add some margin left and right, 10 and 10 over there. That's great. Then I can finally duplicate. Let's go edit, duplicate twice the icon so that there are 3 icons now. And of course, I can go down to the image section and click on the icon. I want the Facebook icon. I want the Twitter icon as well. All right, and I want the YouTube icon as well. So there we go, and there it is. Okay, so we have those icons there doing their thing. Now in this one as well, I could put the name of the user here in case they log in, but we can leave that be. So in there, I want to remove that background color as well, so it's neutral like this. And then within it, I first remove its padding. Then I can add an h1 tag. Let me change the text color to black, and let's see here. Now let me select the text element here and put my video website. So that's the website title. Let me make sure it has no margin. Let's make sure margin is 0. Let's put a 0 there, like this. Okay. Very cool. So we have that, we have that. Now down here, I want this to represent an actual menu. Let me change its background color to be a bit darker, like this. Okay. So in here, I want, first of all, let me remove any padding that's involved. Remove. Let's go to display and give it a display of flex. So display flex, that's where everything I put here will be on one line. Now I can add some empty divs. So empty div. Actually, what I could do is just add links. So let me go to component. Let's go here and add some links. Instead of buttons, let's add, are there any links? Yeah, there we go. So a link right there. So there is our link. Now, let me go to the display of this link. Let's see here. Display. Let me change that to flex. That's where I can center the text. So display flex. Let me change the width to something like 100. 100 there. There we go. So 100. Maybe let me go to the width here. Instead of the width here being 100, let me remove that and put minimum width 100. Okay, cool. Let's put a background color so at least it's not the black in the background. I'm gonna put maybe something light, something very light like this. Okay, great. Let's look for text decoration and let's make sure it is on none. Let's select some other one and put it on none. And since the display is flex, we could say justify or align items center. And then we can do text align center. That doesn't seem to work. Oh, wait, center. Doesn't seem to work. So let's use justify content center. Okay, there we go. So now we can type home like this, and that kind of looks like a button. Let's just make sure that oh, okay, so cursor, since this is an A tag, of course it's going to have a cursor thingy here, so that's fine. So what I would do is I'll go edit and duplicate this part. So duplicate. If you remember, we had home, we had latest, we had popular and playlists. So latest. Now I want to change this one so it looks, this other one looks active. So I'm going to change its background color to something more grayish, something like that. Let's change the actual color to white, like so. Then background color, something like this. All right, cool. Okay, so here we are. We have that, we have that. Maybe this is not very good. Not sure what color would be nice for this to show that this is active. Let's just put it back on the clear white version like this. I think that looks cool. All right. If you want the cursor to really show here, I'm not sure whether that cursor is going to show at the end of the day. So let's click on cursor here and add, instead of a default, we put a pointer. Same thing with the second one. Let's put a pointer there. So here we can easily just duplicate these guys. So I'm going to say edit, duplicate. And now we can add the rest, like popular and playlists. So let's do popular. and edit duplicate. Then we can say playlists like so. Very cool. Right, then you can also put hover effects if you want, but I'll skip that for now. So with this in mind, we can now go to the next part here and put the hero section, but let's save our work. So here I'm going to say my videos template, my videos website template. Let me save that. You can save it as you wish. So down here, I'm going to add another empty grid. Let's go to grids, grid type 1. So this thing has two divs on the left and on the right, this one and this one. Now, if you want to reset this to that side, you can just go view, reset properties panel, and it's back there. Okay, so in here, I want to put some text, and let's try, I'm going to add an h1, it's components, h1 tag. So here I can say something like learn to code. And then let's add some other text down here. Another h1. We can say 1,000 hours of video tutorials. Okay. Let me increase the, okay, that's not a problem. Unfortunately, I don't have lorem ipsum here. What can I do? Let me add another element here, div text. So here you can just add some text like this doesn't have padding, so I'm going to select this, the main div there, go and add some padding, maybe at least 10 pixels of padding, or maybe not. Since these other guys have padding, let me remove that. Let me select this text thingy and add padding instead, only on that one. Maybe 15 pixels, something like this. So div text there, we can say, maybe put PHP, JavaScript, HTML, and CSS tutorials. Okay, so I can select this, change the text color, maybe to some kind of orange. Also, let's see what works better. Not sure. Maybe even that. Let's increase the font size to 30. Actually, that wasn't as big as I thought. Maybe 50. We could add padding, more padding to this. Let me add something like 20 pixels. Let me send that to the next page like so. Okay, so that's entirely up to you how you want to design this. Here we want to add an image instead. So I'm going to say click component image. So I'll put that image there. And what I'm going to do is go the width. The width should be 100%. So let's put 100 here. The height should be auto, I guess. Or you could put an actual value there. That's entirely up to you. Let's try 100. Not good enough. Let's try 200. Let's try 300 or 400. I think that's okay. So 400 there is fine. Let's change the image to something more appealing. Let's go to illustrations here. We want to show something that looks like I don't know here. Maybe that. Let's see. So half the time of design is just choosing images, like trying to find the right images to add. That takes a lot of time. So don't get too carried away about adding images. Let's just try to find one suitable image and then we can call it a day. Looking for one with books. I think I do have one. Let's click on this one here. Okay, maybe that. Let me see if I have any luck. Yeah, let's try this one. I think this one works just fine. So great, there it is. Okay, that seems to work fine. Now you can obviously edit these as you wish. Let me see if I add properties here and do weight bold, if it changes anything. It doesn't seem to change anything. Normal. Oh, it was already bold, I guess. Interesting. Maybe this one. Let me remove some margins that it has. Let me make sure margin is 0. Something like that. And maybe let's reduce the font size to 20, something like that. Okay, maybe something like this. This one, let's try 60. Okay, so design these things as you would wish to do. Now down here, I want to add all the video elements. I want to add the video elements. So I'm gonna click add, and add an empty, let's see here, empty form, empty background. Wait, I don't have a section, do I? I guess it's this background. So let me just add this background thingy. Now this one has a width of 100 VH, but let's put %. Let's go to the height and let's remove that height requirement. Let me just add some padding of 20 pixels, like so. Okay, great. Now I want to add a card to this. Let me see if there are any cards here. I don't know if I did add cards. There it is. So actually we do have a card like structure here already, but that looks a bit complex. So let's just make one ourselves. I'm going to remove let me change the background color of this thingy here, make it closer to white. Then I'm going to add a empty div. So here I can just select that and click and drag to make it sizable. So this would be a video card representing one video. Let's look at the height here. I think the height, I'll put minimum height of 200 pixels. Let me just delete the height. Let me put minimum height of 200, like that. Okay, but not to forget the title. So select this thing, components H1. The title goes here, but let's right click on it and move it up. So here it's gonna say videos, like so. Maybe we say, I don't know, featured or featured videos, something like that. All right. Okay, I think that will do just fine. Let me add some padding here, maybe 10 pixels. Let's change the background color to some light gray, like so. All right, so featured videos. Then I select this. Let's look at its height. Okay, minimum height is 200. Let's put it at 3 actually. Then in that case, I'll reduce the background. In here, I'll do text align center. No, actually left is fine. Let me put it at center, then back to the left. And color black. Let me add element, add an image in there. There's some padding that I don't need, so I'm gonna remove that. select the image, go to width and remove, let's just put it on 100 and put %. And it comes to height 150, it looks about right. Let's put 200 maybe. I think that's better. Then select in here, add some text and maybe H2, something like that. And we'll say video title. And then down here, I'm gonna add an element again. Let's put the H4 tag. And this will be the video playlist name, something like that. Let's reduce its color to some lighter gray, like so. Then let me go to the actual card, and maybe the background should be white completely, like so. Alrighty then. Then while the whole card is selected, I want to add some margin. So let's go to margin and let's put maybe 20 pixels. That should do fine. Select this. We can change the image from the default to something else. I don't even know what this video could be about. See music, people. I don't really know. Yeah, that could be a video. Who knows? Okay, video title, blah, blah, blah. This could be an A tag. I should have added an A tag instead. But this is fine. This is okay. So I'll change the display of this. Let's go to display here and change it to inline block. Then select this and the container and say text align center. But now this goes to the center, so I can change that alone to text align left. Let me change it, put it on center and then left. Okay, great. So select this one card, this video title and that. And then just go ahead and do a few duplicates. So duplicate, 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 duplicate. Just so we can have several of these guys down here. So that is awesome. Then now let me select one of these, go to properties, and I just want to alter the images. So there are different images here. And let's add that one. Let's see here, maybe that. We assume these are all different videos of things happening. Let's see what we've got. There we go. All right, so these could be videos, featured videos. Goody, goody, goody. On this one, the main div here, I just want to add a background image. So there's BG image here, click on that. Let's go to illustrations, they're usually better. Let me add that there like so. Okay, that's okay, but let's see here, I want to try a little trick. Let's go to, let me try and find a different one. Maybe that where this user is. More illustrations, right? My video website. Cool. Now I want to add all this text, that text, and this text, and put it inside a smaller package in here. So I'll select this, click add, and add an empty div. So empty div, and there it is. On the properties here, what I'm going to do is remove the width. Should be, let's just remove that width, right? So it doesn't go all the way, which is cool. I like that. Let's go to margin. So it's actually the padding in here. But if we add some margin as well, of 20 pixels, oh, that extends that. So not good, not good. Let's leave that be. This image in here isn't doing us any favors, so let's go to the height and let's just say 100% instead. Okay, that would be better. And this, we can give it a max height for some reason. This is height 100. Not the image itself. I want to right click and select the parent, which is holding that image, and then go to its height. It has a minimum height of 4. We can give it a max height of 400 pixels. Something like this. 400 pixels, that does it actually. Let's do the same thing here. Wait a minute. Okay, I'll do that in the end. So let me select this one first. Let me go to the background color. I want to give it a white background, but I want to add some transparency. So transparency there, looking good. And then I want it to, let's go to the height. Let's remove that height requirement. Maybe we can put a minimum height requirement of 200 pixels. And then I can copy everything in here and paste it here. So I can shift select these 3 items and say edit, cut element, select this guy, edit, paste element, and they're in here, which is awesomeness. So in terms of the text color, I can make some adjustments to suit my needs. Maybe that blue looks great. And I want this to be a little bit, what's the word, blurry. So while this is selected, I'll go down to the styles and just type in a style there, which I haven't added on the properties yet, which I'm yet to. And this one is backdrop dash filter and full colon. Let's put the word blur, open close bracket, semicolon, and let's put a blur of 5 pixels. That way at least it gives it a blurry look like that. Okay, awesomeness. So that's good. Let me select this and select its parent as well. So select parent. I want to limit it as well and the maximum height. Let me go to height here. Let's put a max height of 200 or 400 pixels, actually 400 pixels, and a minimum height of 200 pixels. Okay, so that does it. We have our template here for the home page. I think this does it. We can add a footer at the end. Let's at the bottom here, sorry. Let me select and say save. So that saves that. Let me make sure I select, what should I select here? Let me make sure nothing is selected. So click right at the end there, say add, and then I'll add an empty div. Actually, let me add a grid here. So let me go to grids, grid type 1. So it's down here, can't really see it properly. So I'll select this one. Just change its background color so I can see it better, like that. Okay, so that way I can see these two. But if I select this one, the second one or the first one, and then say edit duplicate, now there are 3 items in here on the bottom, 1, 2, 3, which is actually cool. Let me add one extra one. So select this one and duplicate it as well. So say edit, duplicate. So we have 4 items here. All right. Let me select this logo properties. I've moved the properties bar too far. Let's go to images. I want a better logo. If I go to logos, let's see here. You know, finding the right images is always what takes longer. So hopefully I can. None of these logos is satisfying enough, but that looks okay. Let's see here. Okay, let's leave it with that. Okay. All right, so logo, videos, featured videos, and then the footer down here. So let's complete the footer. So in the footer, I want the, what do I do here? I want to select this. I'll select that, and then I want to add an image. So add component image. That image will be the logo. I'll select this guy, add some padding. Where is all the padding stuff? Maybe 10 pixels. And then this will be the logo. Let me reduce its width and height to 100. Okay. And let's select it. Click logos. There we go. So there is our logo. And I want some text somewhere. So I'm gonna add, actually I can just copy this title here, edit, copy element. Let's come back down here and right click, and we can do paste element. Let me reduce its font size to maybe 20 pixels, something like that. Okay. And now select that again. I'll say add some text and just write something like copyright 2023, and then full stop, all rights reserved. Yeah, something like this. Okay, so down here we want to add some links as well. So how do I do here? I'm gonna add let's see, maybe an H4 tag and say quick links, and then what follows is links, actual links. So a link here. Let me put some padding in here, for example 20 pixels, maybe 10. Let me remove all the padding on this one, left and right. Remove that, remove that. Okay, so quick links, a link there, and this one will be home. I could increase the font size to maybe 20. This one maybe, let's try 20 as well. Okay, and now on this one I want to do display block, so it goes all the way left and right. So display, select inline, then select block, and then I can say edit duplicate. Okay, now since I've seen that there's no space there, what I would do is add some margin to this. So margin, let's say top and bottom, I'll put maybe 10 and 10 there. Okay, so delete this one and duplicate this one again. So edit duplicate. So popular, edit duplicate, latest. Okay, something like that. We're just trying to create a what's this, a footer. So margin here, let me put, it's already at 0. Okay, let's put that at 0. That's good. Now I can duplicate this thing again, edit duplicate. Then I can delete this one that doesn't have anything. Delete. That way we have something like this, right? And then I can select this as well and delete, and then select this one and duplicate. Edit, duplicate. That way we have 3 of the same thing. but I want the colors of this to be dark, so I'm gonna do select the background color actually. So if I put dark and then color white like this, that should work, but it doesn't work very well for the blue. So let me change the darkness of it. No, it doesn't seem to work at all. Okay, what I'm going to do is select these guys, all three, and change the color directly to white. So you could add slight changes there. Let's see, whatever color you want. I think that's good. So since this is a copy of the others, I'm just going to delete these two. And then select this one and do edit duplicate a few times. Close that, edit duplicate, duplicate. Okay, so there we go. This one here, not sure about the color. Let me go properties back. Maybe we can just put white over there like that. I think that works better. All right, so there we go. Let me do file, save, and save. Cool. So you can edit these, change the titles, etc., etc. Let's see here. Maybe user links. Here we can say something like admin, login, maybe sign up as well. I don't know if sign up will be, if there's a single user, then the sign up page won't really be useful, but we can leave it there. Then here you can add some more links. Maybe let's call this one more links, something, yeah. Upload video, then maybe here new playlist. Okay, so then we can delete that one. Okay, so links to the stuff we want to do, links there as well. Let's save that homepage. Awesomeness. Okay, so with this, if we just remove this hero area here, it means we have we can put the latest and popular, those will represent the latest and popular pages, even playlists, if we just remove this and remain with this. Let me try and change this image a bit. I think I can get a better illustration. Let me try one with let's see here. Didn't want it to look so serious. Maybe something like that. Okay. It doesn't matter really at the end of the day, because we can always change these. Interesting. Okay, so maybe that one is better. So choose whatever image you want and add it there, and we can call it a day. Okay, I think this is cool. Now time to save. Save. Now, since I want the CSS to be exactly the same for the whole page, to use the same CSS file, I can create another page right here, but it's up to you depending on what you want. If you want a different CSS file, you can open a new project and start a new page entirely. But here I want to be able to have this menu on top without the CSS files colliding and stuff. So I will make the other parts down here. So if I go back to our list here, now what we need is the login and sign up page, right? Now this shouldn't be difficult because we already have There are some samples in there, so we can just click one. Now make sure nothing is selected. If I select here, I can go edit or view and say clear selection. That way nothing is selected. Then add element, and let's go to, let's see if we can find something already. Logins, right? Look at that. Great. So we can add a login here, any of these. This one can do. Let's try login 2 here. Let me say okay. So if I go down here, there it is, the login page, right? So the only thing we should change is, let's add, instead of this part here, let's add our logo. So I'm going to select this guy and delete. Then select this part and say add element. In fact, I can just copy this element over here. Just say copy element and select this guy and paste. Okay, so I've pasted it there. I'll right click and move to top, something like this, and that should do it. This has some kind of margin, so let's go properties. Let's go to margin here. Now, if you're not sure what the CSS styles are on the element you've selected, just go down to the styles. It will show you every style there. So since this is an H1 tag, let's make sure our margin is at 0. I'll type it in. That way it comes closer like this. Okay, so that should do the trick. And here I'm just gonna put the title of our website, which is, what is that title? My video website. Don't copy and paste text in here, it acts weird. So just say my video website. Let's see. I'll delete that. I don't think I need it. Then here we can put some of the content we had put. What did I say? Learn to code. Learn to code. Yeah, something like this. Learn to code. From thousands of video tutorials. Something like this. My video website. I don't know, I just want it to be longer. So I'll say tutorials. Something like that. My video tutorials website. Okay, great. So we have our login page. Now the login page, we just need to add extra stuff here to make it a sign up page. So the way it is like this is fine. If you're going to put drop down lists and all that, you can as well add them here so that maybe you can have drop down lists on the sign up page. There's forgot password here, but there's also maybe you want to add something like remember me, etc., etc. You can select that. Add an element. If you go to inputs here, there's a select input. There's also a checkbox there if you want. So if I can add a checkbox, there is that checkbox right over there. And there's a checkbox label here. So if I select these two, let me right click and move up. That way they come here, right click again and move up. So then I can edit the label directly like this, where we can put remember me, something like that, if you want. Seems like there's extra text here. Okay, all right, remember me, something like that. You can select this, make it a little bit bigger by using the transform tools. So select the checkbox there. I don't know if it's actually selected. I could select this and then right click on it or go to edit and say select first child, then it will select that thing there. So then I can go to transform and scale. I could scale it to 2, which is a bit much, or 1.2. I think that does the job. Oh, stay on page. Okay, so I click that and it's clickable, so that's not good. All right, this is great. This is all good. So the login and the sign up page are practically one. You can just edit one to get the other. So here I'm just going to say save, save. Cool. Now we go to the video view page. So we have to create that. The admin page will be a separate page, so we'll have to start a different project. But otherwise, these two others. Let's start with the video view page. Now this part here with the login page, let's see. I could change the background color here maybe to white like that. I think that's better. Now let me check out the height of this thing. It's on 100 VH, which is not good. Let me just remove that height requirement so it ends where it ends. All right. And now let's add the video view page. So what I'll do is I'll just say view, clear selection, add element, and in this case I want to add, what do I add? Let me add an empty div. So let's go to empty div. So it's right at the end. Let me also, without selecting it, let me select nothing here. Let's add a grid, the grid type 1. So with this guy, I want to go width and remove the width so it goes all the way. On the height, I want to give it a minimum height, maybe 400. Let's remove that height requirement, put minimum 400. Okay, that's all right. Now in here, while this is selected, I'll say add element and go to inputs, not inputs, where do I'm not sure. Oh, players, there we go. So let's add a video tag in there. So click, there's a video tag over there, which is nice. Now this video thingy cannot extend properly, so I'm going to right click. I can't even right click. So select this and just go edit, select first child, which is the div that contains this. You can see here it says div. So I go to width and over here I'll put percent and put 100. That way it goes all the way to there. So there's a video thingy here. And let me go to the main thing here. Let's check out the padding it has, which is 10 pixels. Let's make it 20. Let's also reduce the color there to close to white. All right, so at least we have that. And then down here we have, we need a video title down here and a description as well. So with this selected down here, I'm gonna say add components h1, and then here there's gonna be a video title followed by a video description. So I'm going to say add div text, and then here I'm going to say video description and content. So I should have used lorem ipsum or something to get this. Let me select this. In fact, let me select the parent of this, add some padding, maybe 20 pixels, maybe 10. 20 seems a bit much. Select this, let's go to margin and put a 0 on it, like that. Okay, so video title and video, let me select this. Let's see, I think I have some padding here going on, so padding left and right, let's remove that. Okay, that way they line up properly. So video title, video description, and content can be here. Then on the side over here, I want us to put smaller video content here, because this will be the playlist. So maybe playlist title here could be a thing. So make sure that's selected, and let's put another maybe h2 tag Okay, so it's putting that in there, wrong place. Let me delete. Select this. Let's add an element, h2. So say playlist title, and then down here, that's where the playlist will be. So here I'm gonna say, I actually don't need to put the display. I can just add a div. So let me add an empty div like that. Go to width. Let's remove the width there. Let's talk about the height. Let's put a minimum height of, let's say, maybe 80 pixels. And okay, let's remove the height completely. Minimum height of 80 pixels. That should do it. Actually, let me select this and delete. Select that. Let's add a grid instead. So we're gonna go to grid type 1. At least this has already two things on the side by side like this. But maybe it can be a little bit hard to see. So I'm gonna add different background colors. Let me enhance the color here and this one as well. Okay, what I'm gonna do with this is make sure this has a max. It's got a minimum width. Let's remove that. Let's put max width 100 and go to height, remove that and put max height. I think it's 80 by 100. Let me select this one as well. Max height. Let me close that. Max height 80. Okay, what have I done? Let me just put the max height. Oh, so we need a minimum height. So let's just put height 80 there. Let me remove these guys. Okay, so within here I can put a video title. So add components, video title. Let's do h4. So this is going to be a video title. Okay, good enough. Select that. Let's lighten the background a bit more. Let's put the bottom border. Let's put a border at the bottom here. So it's border. Let's go to the bottom border. 2 pixels of bottom border. Then let's lighten it up. Okay, so we have a line there. That's good. This one, we want to add an image in there. So first of all, let's remove any padding that goes with that. There is none. Let's add an image. With this image, let's add a width. Let's remove that. Oops, sorry, max width 80. All right, so I had selected the wrong thing. Select the image itself. Width 100%. Let's look at the height of that image and 100% as well. Then let's change the image to something more appealing, I guess, to look like a video. Select that. Let's reuse some of the images so the file size doesn't become too large in the end. This can have a description down here. So add element, div text. This one here, I want to remove all margins. So select the margin, remove. Actually, let's type in 0 like that. Okay. So we say this is a video description. Let's put short there, something like this. Short video description. We could put a play button here. So to do that, I'll select this, but this is the image. Let me right click and say select parent and then duplicate. So edit, let's go here, edit, duplicate. That takes it to the end. Duplicated the image as well inside, but we can delete that by selecting it. What I wanted was this here, so I can put an icon. So I'm gonna go and say add element and go to icons and add people icon. Doesn't really matter the icon I add. What I want now is to change the color of this thing to something like a bluish. Let's see, whatever can work in this case. Maybe that bluish. Okay, so display, I will change that to flex. Justify center, align items center. So that icon goes right to the center. And then select that, click. Let's look for the play button. So any of these play thingies will do just fine. Maybe the round, not the round one. Let's try again, play. Maybe this one. Let's increase the font size. I'll select this thingy here. Let me go to the, let me increase that to a white. Increase font size. Oops. Select white there. Font size 30. Let's see. Did it change anything? Apparently not. So let me cancel that. Let me select the icon itself and put 50 like that. Okay, that seems to do it. Let me do the cursor here. I'm gonna say, anyway, if we put a link, the cursor will be there automatically, so that's fine. So the video image, video title, video description, and then the play button there, which is good. That way you can go to play this particular one. All right, so I think that does it here. Also, if I select the main thing here, I can, let's see, maybe I put a little margin top and bottom, so maybe 5, and oops, cancel that. I want to select its parent, so select, let's go here, close that actually, edit, select parent, so we select the whole thing. Back to properties, margin top and bottom 5 and 5, maybe too much, 2 and 2. Looks like that works well. And then while that's still selected, you can say edit, duplicate. Okay, maybe not so good. Too much space between the two, so maybe we didn't need that margin. So select this, select parent, and then delete. Select this, select parent. Let's remove those margins. Bloop, bloop. Okay. Let me duplicate it as it is. Okay, I think that works. Let me select this, change to a different image so that it looks different. Try to reuse the same images. Let's go File, Save. Okay, so what's happening here? We have a video title, a video here, and a playlist down here. That is fine. Okay, so pretty good so far. What's next? Let me come back here. So what's next could be, let's see, profile settings, video upload page. Okay, so let's start with the video. These two are pretty much the same. So let's do the video upload page so we can be able to upload videos. Now, obviously the videos need an image and the actual video file, and we will need a progress bar because video uploading takes quite a while. So let's see how we can add that. So let's go view, clear selection. Let me add an empty, and let me add a background. So let's go down here, it's right here. Okay, I'll need to remove the For now, this is fine. This is fine. Okay. So what I'm going to do now is I want to add a form. So select this, make sure it's selected, add an empty form. So there is the form right there. I can click and drag it to enlarge the size. Let's go to margins, right? Margin top. So right margin top here, 10 pixels, right? So the reason I guess it's not showing is because this has no padding, the container. So let's add some padding on the container. Let's add maybe 20 pixels. And there it is. Okay, so we have our form here. Let's add some content. First of all, let's add an h1 tag, components h1. So this one will say upload video. Okay, good. So within this, I can do, actually, let me go to properties and do text align center. That's better. Then let me add an image. This will be the image we add. Select this again. Let me add an input. So let's go to inputs. Let's do a file input, which is this one. And immediately we'll change its properties to display none, because we don't need to actually show it or to see it. So let's go display display none. Okay, cool. Select this main thing again. Now in here I want to add some I can also add some border radius as well, just to make it look a bit nicer, maybe 30 pixels, something like this. Okay, cool. Now there's a limit to the height we've added here. I can click and drag it some more. So in here now we'll look at things we need. So let's see here, what do we need in the video upload page? What inputs do we need? So there's the video title, so let's do title, and we're gonna need an image, featured image, a file. So we already have those two. What else do we need? A description, quite a long description, and what else? A video on the description. What other things can we add here? We need to select its playlist with a select. So what we need are these three: playlist, description, and title. So I'm gonna come here. Let me add an empty div, and then properties, width, remove the width, and the height as well, remove that too. Okay, so while that's still selected, let me add some inputs. Input field, yes. Within that input field, let's do properties. Let's say color black. Okay, good. So this one is title. Let me move it width-wise, maybe to 100. Select this main thing, properties, text align, left. So let's take it to center, then left. Okay, title, maybe that's a bit much. Let me move it back a bit, maybe 70 pixels, will do. Okay, so title, and then select that guy. I'm tempted to duplicate, but I don't want. So let me select the main one, add. Let's go to inputs again. Let's do a select input. This will help us select the playlist, right? So here we'll say playlist. Okay, and then let's select this again. So the playlist and then a description. So let me add text area. Okay, so text area, this will be the description. Let me click on this one and move it some more. Actually, if I select this, I could remove the display flex, so display block instead. That way it says description and then the description is down here. Then I can enlarge it some more. Actually, let me go to height and remove that. Select this. Let's go to inputs. Did I add rows anywhere? No, apparently not. Okay, so that's fine. I'll select this as well and remove its height, so it's auto height. So while that is still selected, I'll say add element and go to segments and say save and cancel button. That way we add the save and cancel button down there. Okay, so what's happening is the text align center is aligning this at the center. So select this main thing, say it's text align. Let me put it on center, then left. Okay, that's better. Then select this guy, remove the background color, and then also remove its padding. So remove padding, then that's better. All right, cool. So we have title, playlist, and description. If I select this, could I? Yeah, I can increase it. Very cool. Alrighty then. So we have our video upload page right there. Now we're gonna need a progress bar as well. Once we click save, there should be a progress bar somewhere. So what I'm gonna do is grab the what to do here. What to do. Select this one. Select add element. Let me add an empty div. Select it and go to the width. Remove that. Let's go to the height. Let me give it a height of 30 pixels. That's too big still. Let's try 20. Even too big. I can scroll to something smaller. Maybe 10 pixels. Okay, that doesn't seem to be working. Let's put 20 and let's remove the padding. I think that's what's causing the problem. Let's go back to height, maybe 15. Okay, I think that will do just fine. Let's add some margin, top and bottom. Let's put 10 and 10. Okay, cool. Now I need to remove its background color and add a border instead. So go to border and border solid. There's 2 pixels there. Let's increase the darkness a little bit, like so. Okay, so it looks like that. Then within it, I'm going to add another div. So I can just copy this and add itself to itself. So edit, copy, and then edit again, paste. Okay, so that's within itself. Let me look at the width and say 50%. Oops, no. Let me remove that. Let me say edit, select first child. Then the width there should be 50%. Let's put a background color that's bluish. Maybe lighter blue, I don't know. Bluish or something like that. And let's go and look at the padding. There's no padding. How about margin? There's some margin here, so let's remove that and remove that. Okay, let's remove the border as well. Let's remove that. Let's see here. Border type, let me just make sure all of them are removed. Okay, so if I select elsewhere, you can see that going on there. Let's look at the height. Let's remove that height. Instead of 15, Let's put that percent and say 100%. That's better. Okay, so that looks like a progress bar of some kind, I think. And if I select this and add some text in there, let's go add some text. Let's say header. Oh, no. Where do we go? Component, div text. Let's say color white. What's going on? Let me make sure that the padding is out. Everything is out. Why is the text behaving like this? So I'll say edit, select first child. Let me see what this one has. Height, nothing. Width, nothing. Padding, let's see, it has something. Let's remove those. Margin, nothing. Okay, great. Now let me select the main one. On the height, let me increase it to 20 so that the text is enough, and then let's just put that at 50%. That way it looks like more of like a progress bar. So 50%, blah, blah, blah. Alrighty then, let me select this. The border is too much, so I'll select, instead of 2 pixels, let's move it to 1 pixel. Alrighty then. Okay. Seems to be fine now. Let me select it and move it up. Yeah, that's the place it should be, like so. Okay, select that again. Let's go properties. I think border is not a good idea, so let me remove that. Let me remove all these borders. Let's see. Still has a border. So in this case, I'll just go and look at the styles. Border image, none, 100% stretch, border style, solid border, width 1 pixel. So it's not deleting properly what I want. I just want to delete all these border stylings. Then instead, what I'll do is put a background color that's slightly off-white so we can see the destination like this. So we can see it slight gray as this is filling up. Okay, I think that works better. Let's go file, save. Cool. So the same video upload can be a playlist, add playlist thingy as well. Let me select this one here. Go to input. Selecting that input. Go to input and let's put the name of that input as title. That way we don't have to suffer. Let's put a placeholder as well, title. Let's go to this one, put a name there, playlist, playlist ID. That's what it's going to be, underscore ID. Then description here, description. Okay, very cool. Save, save. All right, so what else remains? We want this and this are done, so only profile settings remain. The admin page already exists. I'll just click a button and add it there. Otherwise, everything else is cool. So I'll select this as well. Let me lighten up the background color. It's a bit too dark. So back, ooh, something like this, just so it's barely visible here, the edge. All right, that's cool. Now I want the profile edit page is similar to this because we can add an image, we can have a username, email, select button. So I think we can use this as well, just like the profile settings. So we don't really need to create a new page like profile settings. We can just duplicate this. So just for laziness sake, let me select this, properties. Let me go to its height first of all, and let me remove this 100 VH. remove that height. Then I can go and duplicate it. So say edit, duplicate. So we have a second one here, and this one will be profile settings. Now in profile settings, I don't really need to add the image thingy here, but you can add it if you want. Let me select this properties. Depending on whether you want the user to have an image or not, it's up to you. Let's reuse the same images, right? Let's come back here. On this one, properties, let's add that one. Let's reuse images. Okay. So on this one, we can have actually it's just email and password. That's all we need here. Change the email, change the password, maybe the user role as well, right? In case you have several people logging in and out of this, you can put user roles as well. So maybe we can try that. So here I'll say username, full colon. Let me move this away like so. Let's go to the input. Let's change that to username. Even the name to username. Here we have row. Delete that. Oops. Okay. This I have to delete, and we can leave that there. I'm gonna select this and duplicate, edit, duplicate. That way there's username, email, and then edit, duplicate for password and retype password. So username, row, then we can go to email, password, retype password. Okay, that is fine. So click here, let's change these retype password, retype underscore password as the name. Here we put that as password, and here as well placeholder password, input type password as well, same here, input type password. Here it should be email, name, email. You can also input type email. Okay, I think that does it. So the username, the role of the user, the email, the password, retype password, and then we can still leave the progress bar like that. So file, save. Great. Awesomeness. So let's see, what else do we need to make here? I think that does it. We just need the admin page now. So I'm going to open another instance of this page. Okay. And I'll just try and open the same thing I've just created just to see if it's saved well before I close it on the other side. And it seems to have saved very well. Very cool. Okay. So on this one instead, let me refresh the page. Let me add an admin page. There's only one, so click on that and that adds it. So, yep, that is all we need. Here for posts, let's change a few things. We'll say videos, and instead of pages here, we'll say playlists. Okay, I can change this icon to a video icon. Let's see, click video, maybe that. So it's entirely up to you which one you choose here. Yeah, maybe playlists, admins, users. Great. Then here we can have maybe a list of users. At the same time, we can use the same table for a list of videos. So here, users, instead of posts, we can have videos. And let me select that. Let's find the video icon that I used. Then I'll select this, say select parent, and then let's try again, edit select parent. Okay, that way I know it's the final one there. Let me do again, edit select parent. Okay, that went too far. So select it again, select parent, and then duplicate. So edit, duplicate. So it went to the end. Let me select parent again, and then move up. All right. So here we're gonna say playlists. Select that. I don't actually know what that icon is called. Let me try pages. Page, paper, post. I think it was newspaper or something. Doesn't matter. Any of these will do. Logout, videos, playlists, and users. Menu. Yeah, now you can always duplicate these. Let me select this again. Edit, select parent, and then duplicate one more time. Edit, duplicate. Let's do the same thing again. Edit, select parent, move up. This will go to the home page. Let me select the icon. Let's do globe, maybe world. Yep, let's select one of these. Okay, so home page, link, playlist, videos, users, admin area, dashboard. Okay, very good. So this one I can do save as my video website admin page, like that, and hit save. So you see the title over here that we have saved to. Okay, I think this does it. We have an admin page now. Very good. Let me select this image. You can change that image if you want, of course. It doesn't matter here actually, because it's not like we have yeah, it doesn't really matter. It's not like this and this have the same CSS file or project file. It's not the same. Okay. All right, this is really cool. Let me select this. I want to see if I can find better text color. I'm thinking this should do quite well. If I darken it, right? Yep, I think that does better. Cool. Let's say file, save. So I can do a preview by going to file, preview page. And there it is. So this is my website here. That's how it's gonna look like. Okay, footer here. Login page, the video page, and the playlist on the side. The upload video page, profile settings page. Very cool. Okay, looking great. This one as well, I can do a preview. And that's how the admin page will look like. Oops, stay on the page. Let me close that, and let me close this one. Let's see here. Let's see. I want to see if there's some design thingy I can do, but I think this is fine. Okay, so back here, maybe I can lighten this up a little bit. Just give me a second. Yeah, I don't want it too dark. Yeah, something like this. I think this works better. File, save, and go File, Preview Page. Yeah, pretty cool. Pretty cool. Okay, very good, very good. So at this point we can download, as we've saved, save. You can say File, Download to download this template. So download, and it's downloaded. We can also go to this one and say download. So now if I go to whatever page it is that I have downloaded, still downloading. Okay, that one is done. This one's still downloading. Okay, so let me find this one here. Website template, and I'm going to extract to the same folder. Open that folder up and go to index.html, and there it is. So that's my video website thingy. Wait, let me try something here. If I select this, let's see. Background color is empty. Same here. Okay, so if I select here, select parent, I just want to try a darker color and lighter color for the text. That doesn't work well. Okay, so let's undo. That's fine. Okay, so hopefully you have learned something here, and in the end, just download the template. It's available for free so that we can continue to the next video and start adding PHP so that this is actually a working thing. All right, see you in the next video.